For decades, the world may have been lied to. History tells us Hitler died in his Berlin bunker, ending World War II with his suicide. But what if that's not the whole story? Or the truth at all? What if the final chapter was a lie, allowing the actual story of Adolf Hitler never to be told? For decades, rumors have persisted that Hitler didn't die in that bunker. These aren't just wild conspiracy theories. Declassified documents and strange discoveries have fueled real questions. The official story, April 30th, 1945, Hitler and Eva Braun commit suicide, their bodies burned outside the bunker. Yet there was never any physical evidence, very few credible witnesses, and the details were always inconsistent. This uncertainty cracked open the door for doubt. Could the world have been deceived, celebrating victory while Hitler slipped away in the chaos? This is very possible, and the evidence backs it up. This is the heart of the Great Escape theory, a narrative that stretches from Berlin's ruins to the remote landscapes of South America. Recently declassified FBI files show American intelligence took these possibilities seriously, investigating leads for years. The question wasn't just if he could have escaped, but how. We're about to find out how the world was lied to for decades and how Hitler may have gotten away safely. The official account of Hitler's death is a cornerstone of history. Suicide in the bunker, bodies burned, Soviets in control. But problems with this story began immediately. No physical proof was ever presented. No public photos, no independent autopsy. The Soviets' accounts were inconsistent, first denying Hitler's death, then claiming to find remains, then changing their story again and again. This changing Soviet narrative created deep distrust. The Western Allies were left in the dark, forced to rely on Soviet information. Even Eisenhower expressed doubts that Hitler was truly dead. Without a body or clear evidence, the case remained open. This vacuum of proof is where escape theories thrive. The Soviets' secrecy, distrust, and conflicting reports only fueled suspicion. They controlled the scene, the evidence, and the story. But their control was so flawed, the world kept asking, what were they hiding? The story of the bunker felt incomplete, like a final scene with the main character missing. And so, the mystery grew. We now have access to declassified information that proves we were lied to. In 2014, the FBI declassified hundreds of pages of documents, official records investigating the possibility that Hitler survived. These files detailed witness statements and sightings, with one location recurring, Argentina. The FBI spent years chasing leads, including a report from 1945 describing Hitler and top Nazis arriving by submarine in Argentina. The informant described a ranch in the Andes where Hitler supposedly hid. While unverified, the FBI took these claims seriously. Why? Because Argentina had become a sanctuary for fugitive Nazis. The escape theory wasn't just fantasy, it was a logical extension of a known reality. The declassified files didn't prove Hitler escaped, but they proved the world's top investigators were never certain he was dead. For a time, all eyes were on the southern hemisphere. To understand how Hitler could have escaped, you need to know about the Nazi rat lines networks that helped Nazis flee Europe. Operated by Nazi sympathizers, clergymen, and officials in neutral countries, these secret routes provided money, new identities, and safe passage. Many began in Germany or Austria, leading south to Italy, then by ship to South America. Argentina, under President Juan Perón, actively welcomed thousands of Nazis, including infamous figures like Eichmann and Mengele. Perón's government saw them as valuable assets and sent emissaries to recruit and extract wanted men. This was a state-sponsored operation, not a coincidence. The existence of the rat lines is a well-documented fact. If men like Eichmann and Mengele could escape, why not Hitler? The infrastructure and political will were there. The rat lines made the escape theory plausible. Then, at the end of those rat lines, actual sites found in Argentina with proof that Nazis lived there. In the remote jungle near Paraguay, investigators found a hidden compound with German-designed stone structures. Among the ruins, German coins from the WWII era, Meissen porcelain and other Nazi-era artifacts. Researchers believe the site was built as a planned refuge for top Nazi leaders. Local legends tell of mysterious Germans living there after the war, including a reclusive man called the Führer. One servant claimed he worked for a German couple in hiding, forbidden to look at the man's face. These stories, while anecdotal, add a human layer to the evidence. The compound suggests careful planning for a post-war life in Argentina. Was it built for Hitler? We can't say for sure. But its existence breathes new life into the escape theory. Hitler's skull was the key piece of evidence for decades. The skull was kept in Moscow with a bullet hole through it. It was presented as irrefutable proof. But in 2009, American researchers tested the DNA. The result? The skull belonged to a woman, not Hitler. It wasn't Eva Braun's either. She died by cyanide, not gunshot. The Soviets' proof was a complete fraud, a lie. This revelation shattered the foundation of the official narrative. If the Soviets were wrong about this, what else were they wrong about? Historians who dismissed escape theories were forced to reconsider. The enduring mystery of Hitler's fate was alive again. The skull, once a symbol of closure, suddenly represented a giant lie. The truth is still out there, and history books have been rewritten to include that it is very possible Hitler did not die in that bunker like we were told. What do you think happened? Why was this lie so easily accepted around the world? This has been fascinating war history. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.